Question 16 says the figure shows a circle centered at the origin with an angle of measurement theta radians in standard position. So we're talking about this angle measurement right here. The terminal ray of the angle intersects the circle at point P, and point R also lies on the circle. The coordinate of P is x, y, and the coordinate of R is x, negative y. Which of the following is true about the sine of theta? Okay, let's quickly look through some of our options to see if we can eliminate any of our options. Questions A and B talk about sine of theta being equivalent to x over 5. I know that sine is always going to deal with the y value of a coordinate point and not the x, so I can pretty quickly eliminate those values. In fact, we know that y is equivalent to r sine of theta. So we can also rearrange this to say that sine of theta is equivalent to y divided by r. Answer choice C is talking about sine of theta is equivalent to negative y over 5. And D says sine of theta is equivalent to y over 5. So again, we're seeing this 5 value. I think that's definitely coming from the fact that this circle has a radius of 5. So our radius value is 5 here. So I can even say y over 5 is equivalent to sine of theta. Again, we are talking about the theta going to point P. So I do think we are interested in the positive y value here and not the negative y value. My gut tells me D is going to be our solution, but let's read through the entire D to make sure we understand. Sine of theta is y over 5 because the ratio of the vertical displacement of P from the x-axis to the distance between the origin and P. So we are talking about the ratio of the displacement of the x-axis. So we are talking about the y value here over the distance between the origin and P. The origin and P is our r value. So we are describing y over r, which isn't a correct description of sine of theta here. Let's check C to make sure that it can't be correct. Because the ratio of the vertical displacement of r and the x-axis to the distance between the origin and r. So here, this would be true if the theta was describing to point R, but it is not. Theta here is being described as the positive x-axis to the line P. So we are talking to P and not R. Our correct answer choice here is going to be D.